My supreme namaskarams to all of you. My name is Nerala Malyadri. I am a practicing advocate of Honorable Supreme Court and also the High Courts of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Previously, I worked as a district judge and retired voluntarily in the year 2018-17. Today, I am interested to speak about very important aspects of life, that is about bail. Honorable Justice Chandrachud and also Indu Malhotra judges, who are the vacation judges, recently in Arnab's case, has stated that if the Honorable Supreme Court doesn't come to the rescue of the persons who are languishing in the jails and protect the right to liberty and other freedoms of the citizens, who else will do? This is what the Honorable Supreme Court has stated. But recently, just yesterday, the Honorable Supreme Court, in another decision, observed that protect the right of ordinary people to bail. Supreme Court tells to all the judges, this is what we want. In fact, in other videos which we have made, we have categorically asserted and said that whatever is being done to Arnab's case and granting bail to him, because he is entitled for the same, irrespective of his type of journalism, we appreciated the same. We requested, if not in that speed, at least with some speed which is similar to that of Arnab, grant the bails if they are entitled, or dispose of their matters. This is what we requested, we have stated all that. Now the question is, what is the view of the Honorable Supreme Court in this decision? This decision is given on Friday. It's a clarion call to judges to protect personal liberty and the right of ordinary people to bail, saying liberty is not a gift for the few. Common citizens without the means or resources to move the High Courts or Supreme Court were languishing in jails as under trials. It said. It also observed that deprivation of liberty even for a single day is one day too many. It is through the instrumentality of bail that our criminal justice system's primordial interest in preserving the presumption of innocence finds its most eloquent expression. Justice Chandrachud, who wrote the judgment, observed. He also mentioned that the state should not be allowed to use criminal law to harass citizens. On the court's decision to grant bail to Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami in an abetment to suicide case, the judgment said prima facie the FIR against Goswami did not establish the charges against him. The court also observed liberty survives by the vigilance of our citizens on the cacophony of the media and in the dusty corridors of courts alive to the rule of law. Yet much too often liberty is a casualty when one of these components is found wanting. It also observed that the courts were the first line of defense against the deprivation of justice, citizens' personal liberty. But reality, Judge Chandrachud pointed out, showed that under trials remained behind bars while their bail applications were lobbed from one rung of courts to another. Pending bail pleas. Judge Chandrachud observed that 91,568 bail pleas were pending in high courts, while 96,000 bail applications continued to wait for a hearing in the district courts. So, what is the observation of the Honorable Supreme Court is, look at prima facie evaluation of FIR and the other material on record, and then dispose of the applications. If they are entitled for the same, please dispose it off. See, what I am saying is, nowadays technology is so much improved, and the state which has kept a citizen in the prison or got him to send to judicial remand has got much resources than that of an individual. So it can get all the records and other information or instructions from the consent, and also can inform to the or submit to the court at any stage about the stage of investigation and the seriousness of the offence and the other considerations that are required to be submitted while granting or refusing a bail. If this is the state of affairs, why the state is taking a lot of time in submitting the records and submitting the arguments? If the state within a particular time is not able to submit the records, it is the duty of the court, particularly of the constitutional courts, to dispose of the applications as and when necessary if the justice is required to be done. The High Court should not foreclose itself from the exercise of the power when a citizen has been arbitrarily deprived of their personal liberty in an excess of the state power. This is what the observation of the Honorable Supreme Court in Arnab's case. So, state when it exercises some power without there being necessity for the same arbitrarily, it will become the duty of the court to see that justice is being done to the parties by exercising its constitutional power and duty, or rather exercising constitutional power and discharging its constitutional duty, particularly of that of the Honorable Supreme Court, because the power under Article 32 empowers the citizen to approach the constitutional court to implement its personal rights, implement its duty and discharge its duty in order to protect the rights of an individual. Likewise, under 226 also, it's having larger power than that of the mere writ powers of granting only bail to protect the fundamental rights. It can exercise, the High Court can exercise the power even for granting any other remedies.